Peace here. Welcome to a show in a glass of its own.
Yes, Thames Television, the station with knockers. Excuse me, there's one now. Yes, can I help you?
So on the BBC News website today, let's check it out. It's so depressing. If I have to look at Keir Starmer's face one more time, along with his midget, Sadiq Khan, I'm going to lose my mind. Tarzan star Ron Ely at 86 has passed away. Rest in peace, sir. You were an absolutely fantastic jungle man. But of course today, folks, I don't want to talk about the real world depressing news because that's what it is. In fact, I want to do this instead. Oh, sugar, do 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 do. Oh, jiggle, jiggle, do 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 do. I could do this all day long, and the reason why I love animated beauties like this girl right here, because they look amazing and they don't talk back to you. Which is, funny enough, the subject of today's video. Jiggle physics. As one person in my comment section pointed out, the female form is truly a thing of beauty. Or is that booty?
You know what old Jack Burton always says at a time like this?
Who?
Jack Burton. Me.
They hunted him down. They murdered his friends, and they took the only thing he would kill for.
You know this guy?
Yeah, but I'm not proud of it.
If it's a mission no man can survive, he's the man for the job.
Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Fuck you, asshole.
So watch out for him and his babes of the 1980s. Hail to the Jason King, baby.
It's all in the reflexes.
And now, folks, we talk about the most important aspects of life. Animated or game-related breasts. Shift Up CEO says he was following his instincts, basic perhaps, when designing sexy characters for Stellar Blade and Goddess of Victory, Nikke or Nikki. It's something that users like and want. But I also do it because, oh my god, I like it as well, as a man. Now this is the guy whose wife helps him to design beautiful female characters for their video games. What a marriage in heaven, right? I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness me. Yep, you can tell it's going to be one of these kind of videos today. In fact, I didn't have a shower before this video, but after looking at this lovely lady right here, that might all change. Ooh, Rumani Son Seon-young prepares for her next saute in Goddess of Victory 2022 by Shift Up. Now, according to the CEO at Shift Up, Hyung-tae Kim, the reason both of the studio's biggest tits, Goddess of Victory and Stellar Blade, feature an abundance of bountiful, boobyful, sexy female characters is, simply putting it, that's just what he and his audience wants to see on the big or small screen. I personally go for the biggest double D pair of screens I can fit in my room. Hello, Eve. Kim, who in addition to his role overseeing the company, also served as a lead character artiste on both titles, offering this insight into his titillating design. Stop it, you! Bounding into comics, stealing my one-liners. Design philosophy during an interview given to the Japanese news outlet Game Watch at the recent Tokyo Game Show of this year, as machine translated by Deep L. At the onset of their time together, Kim was immediately pressed on the topic of Shift Up's penchant for developing games with attractive female cast members, with the outlet inquiring as to whether or not Nikki was intended from the outset to be a game that draws the eye, not the ire, to the attractive backsides of the characters. Now listen, as much as I love the big booty of a lovely woman, the breasticles and the thighs are much more titillating and tantalizing. And if you have a problem with that, leave a comment below and prepare for the wrath of my followers who would disagree with you absolutely completely. For those unaware, the popular mobile title tasks players with helping a given female character use various firearms to win against waves of enemies, all from a cover position, which highlights the character's derriere. Oh, Sakura, bloom in summer, underworld queen. You can tell I haven't actually gotten out much this year, and you can tell I've not studied these characters in absolute finite detail. Oof. In turn, the Shift Up head explained, Nikki is based on a game project that was selected in a game planning competition held for in-house staff. I want a job there now. However, at the time, the characters were not the main focus of the game. Now, how can you possibly say that, Mr. Hyung-tae? I directed that direction, that it would be better to show the shooting figure on the character's back or in front of the character. So that gives meaning to the phrase, she's got a double pair of guns.
Stop staring at me like that. My pay's not much, you know. But I've got you a good one.
And this is how we changed the direction, he further detailed. After that, the development staff's efforts and hard work led to the creation of Nikki as we know it today. Oh my goodness. Who's this? Ileg Kim Hyun-ji is ready to take on the Rapture in Goddess of Victory. Oof. On the subject of Nikki, Kim was then asked how exactly he approached designing the game's cast, in which he admitted, "What I consider most important when designing characters is to make sure that the narrative is firmly linked to the game's story." Or could that be the narrative is firmly tongue-in-cheek? All of the design elements that make up the character must be combined in a setting that fits the story well as the lovely ladies and Nikki's bra cups. It's also important that the look of the character is not only cute, but also that the character's personality is expressed well in the right situation. Therefore, I think that visually appealing is a close second. Look, when I go through this dialogue here, this is a man who is very passionate about creating the perfect female for the game design that he wants. How many Western video game developers do you think will sit down here like this gentleman, Kim, and actually discuss in such frivolous and absolutely analytical detail about the characteristic designs of a beautiful anime booby-tooby woman? It's also important that the creative skill is tested in the pursuit of these two elements at the same time. Kim, do you mean these two elements? Because I couldn't agree anymore. And you put those away. I'll see them much later on. This article keeps on giving. I honestly had no idea that when I was going to scroll through this today, I'll be motorboated with a barrage of anime titties. Good heavens, who are you? Yan Amy Tarakara shows off her new swimsuit. I'm sure she does. From there, GameWatch noted in both Nikki and Stellar Blade, there are a lot of characters whose body lines are clearly visible, such as Alice in the former and protagonist Eve in the latter. and as such raised the question of whether or not this was a design element that Kim was particular about. However, rather than any sort of concerted effort to make sexy characters, the Shift Up CEO, who I would like to have a drink and a breakfast with one day if he cares to invite me to South Korea, admitted that when it came to both games featuring attractive casts, I don't think it's something that we consciously set out to do, but I also do it because I like it. No, Kim, you love it, mate. And so I think it's the result that came out naturally, like the natural double Ds of these lovely animated and video game booby doobies, naturally when I followed my instincts. He's such a saucy man, isn't he? Hello there, Lily. Putting a stamp, not a tramp stamp, on this portion of the interview, Kim concluded his reflection with the anecdotal note that, incidentally, in the case of Nikki, the percentage of female creators is absolutely high. So there you go, you got a base group of female game developers in South Korea who are happy to sit down and concoct these beautiful creations in front of them. I mean, absolutely, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? Because they want to give the audience what they want. Now, I've got a little thing I want to say towards the end of this video, which I tell you what, it's been such a trial and tribulation getting through this today with all these lovely photos. Oh my, these screenshots are too much. Despite this, the fact that such design is so important to me means that if anything, the staff has already been imbued with my DNA, he playfully joked. I am happy and very satisfied with it in the shadows. I love this guy. He's absolutely based as F. What do you think? And here's where I say it, folks. Let's sort by the breast. And as stated by Super Cooper TV right here 2 days ago, creators need to be free to make what they want and let the free market decide what it wants without middlemen butting in, because who wants to see their butts, to censor based on their own sensibilities. I think that's absolutely fantastic. What a great article by Spencer Bakuli from the publication known as Bounding Into Comics. Now, I want to point out something to you quickly, guys. So over the weekend, a very insufferable cousin of mine WhatsApped me and said, I don't like that picture you posted. What was the picture she was offended by? An AI construct I made of Jill Valentine in a red bikini. She was so offended by that I just gave her an ultimatum. If you don't like what I posted, you can just remove me from your contact list. And that's exactly what she did. Her reasoning and rationale was, well, here in the USA, we actually respect people. Do you? Do you really do that? Does your nation do that? Are you kidding me? Are you having a laugh? Oh my God. So that's why I'm not married, folks. Why do I need to get married? Why do I need to meet the in-laws? Why do I care about relations or cousins? I care nada about those people. I care about my friends, and I care for cats and dogs and the occasional pussy as well. Pussy, yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, what I take away from this article is that you should be free to create what you want to. You should be allowed to do exactly that. And I think when it comes to female design, again, I mean, it's a beautiful thing to behold, right? I think why there's so much pushback against the over-sexualized, and I really hate that term, by the way, of cartoon or animated or video game women, because there's a perceived notion that men, especially the incels that we love to put out there, like to have pleasure with these AI creations or these animated creations. I'm sure they think that all over the place. I love this article. It was so great. And if Deep L's translation is actually spot on, well, that is more the merrier. We don't want to see god-awful designs like Lara Croft Bomb Raider in Netflix, designed by a trans person, by the way, called Joey Swalloway. And again, that's not gone down well, has it? Everybody hates the cartoon. And thank you very much, folks, for the over 3,000 people who went to that video I made last week saying you must not watch the abomination that is Lara Croft Tomb Raider on Netflix. Instead, watch that revisioned series from 2007, freely available on YouTube. They're only 7 minutes each, but they're so good. Those episodes. Minnie Driver's voice as Lara Croft is absolutely fantastic. And in terms of a character design, Peter Chung did an amazing job.
I have the perfect spot for this.
The CEO of Shift Up, this guy is fantastic. Yes, Shift Up, obviously now they're kind of leaning towards a little bit of ESG, very slightly. I don't like that. They should have stayed. Private as a company, not go and put their shares all over the place. But well, it is what it is. But as long as they keep making games like this, we'll keep on supporting them and the beautiful female form that it is. But if you were me, and if I were you, you may want to return for the next video.
Hello?
We'll always be ready for battle at your command.
Whatever.